years, he'll become a little bit more balanced. He just falls away a touch at the point of delivery, and when you're nervous, when you're straining, when you're trying to impress, sometimes you will fall over a little bit more than what you want. But as he gets more balanced and stronger over the years, just have a look at the left arm. That's a wonderful position he's in there. And it'll just be this point here where you see the head just go over a touch. And as he learns to correct that, he'll become more accurate and maybe shape it in. Because ideally what he wants to be operating is over the wicket as a left-hander with a new ball in his hand. Brings in the LBW and the bowled into play.
Yeah, I like the way that they've allowed him to actually go around the wicket, because obviously that's something that he wants to do. I mean, I'm sure in his own mind he probably would rather be staying over, but I think he just feels more comfortable if he just goes around the wicket just for a little bit. Babar is going to be intent and happy if he can just allow the ball to go through to the keeper at this stage, with only just over half an hour to go before stumps.
That's better. It seemed like a bit more of a rhythm involved. Short wide, and that's nicely put away by Babar. He is so strong in this area.
Yeah, he's been sitting on that. He's been waiting for something. It's a nice track the bat on, waiting for something that's going to be too short. He's just going to sit up that he can put away quite comfortably, well in front of square. There's a man at backward square on the offside, and that's just slapped away for a nice boundary.
Spoke about him probably enjoying this surface. That's because that lack of bounce. He has had his troubles with the extra bounce recently. Showed that in Centurion as well, but you can see how easily he played that. Happy with that bounce.
First boundary of the day for Babar. And that could be the second. Oh, no, it will be cut off by Ryan Rickleton. Back for two.
These two know each other very well. Communication you'd expect to be good because they've batted so much together, especially in the white ball format. They've been so crucial for Pakistan over the years. Important in setting up innings for Pakistan in the white ball formats, but they know each other well, so you'd expect their communication to be good.
Yeah, he's well dressed for the beach. Short wide and smash square of the wicket, and they'll once again come back for the second. So Bucker not quite yet hit his radar, but as the game goes on, I'm sure we'll see a lot better from him. 39 for 3.
न्यू अल्फा ऐप से कहीं से भी बैंकिंग करें, क्योंकि बैंकिंग कहीं जाने का नहीं, अल्फा करने का नाम है. डाउनलोड द न्यू अल्फा ऐप.
It's quite remarkable coming around the Atlantic seaboard. That is beautiful. These are nice shots by Chopper. Outstanding, really nice. Coming around the mountain when she comes.
Bit of a lull in the play. You had South Africa, the fans were right in behind the South African bowlers, but they've gone a little bit quiet in the last 5 or 6. That's nicely run through. Good rotation of strike.
Yeah, it brings Babar on strike now. And one thing the South Africans will be thinking about and would have been talking about leading into this game is the fact that he's had a couple of issues with seam bowling since 2022, getting some necks towards that slips cordon. And the seamers have been on target a couple of times, LBW, and a couple of bowls. But there's been a bit of fishing outside. We saw in the first test match. Fishing outside that off stump. He was out in that first innings, and a similar shot just fell short on the bounce in the second innings. So that's something that the slips cordon will be very alert for, and that might be a sort of a line. And also, if he gets a little bit of movement away, Mulder, it might just suit that sort of shot again from a South African perspective. No, that's on target, so no dramas there.
There are nothing shots, aren't there? There's kind of not going to really gain much of it. You do sometimes wonder if it's a hangover that they have from playing the one-day format where you just guard balls down to third man to rotate the strike. This can be a difficult skill to eliminate to get nice and tight for the test matches.
I think it is. I also think it's a shot that I know it's a shot that he plays a lot in Pakistan in test matches there as well. He just runs it off the face down to the third man. And it's a bit of a release shot for him. He'll often play a beautiful shot through the covers or through mid-wicket, then he'll play a little bit of a release shot and just run it down the third man, red or white ball.
Disappointed with himself there. He feels like he's missed out on an opportunity to accumulate some runs.
Just add further to that, I mean, this is a slower track, so he's going to have more time, so maybe he won't be playing that. Overstepping again, there's another no ball, whereas Supersport Park was quicker, so there was more danger of playing that shot and the ball just racing off the surface and running on the blade. But with this track being slower, it may not be such of an issue for him, but South Africa will still talk about it.
Number 6 for South Africa in 14.3 overs.
Extras already. Sean, you were on extras watch at one stage when Pakistan were bowling. It took an age before they ended up conceding an extra.
Yeah, close to 30 overs it took for Pakistan. Seam presentation. The ball's coming out of the hand nasty by Vian Mulder, which would have been a worry and a concern for him after he broke his finger. Sometimes because of that pain means you hold on to the ball in a slightly different manner. Maybe don't grip it the same as you used to, just to try and alleviate that pain, but he seems to have it all sorted.
Chat with him about that finger, and he said it felt okay before the Centurion test match. Obviously we weren't watching whether or not he would be fit, but he did say the swelling has taken a long time to disappear, and I don't even know if it's completely gone yet. And he said it feels fine.
Yeah, sometimes it'll feel like you've almost got a plaster on, the extra layer or the fatness of the finger. I'll tell you, when you do get it tested is when someone returns a nice straight drive to you and you put the hand down, and then you hope that it hits in a nice fashion and it is not sore. There's a decent delivery, a little bit of shape, good length, and a miss from Babar, who will be disappointed with the looseness of that shot. 41 for 3.
जैस के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Third over for Gwenamapaga, a youngster. Will inspire those youngsters, perhaps. Lovely to see them here, having the greatest of times. Half a shout, really, from those behind the stumps.
Toughie for the keeper. A swinging bouncer, well collected. A bit of gas. Oh, did it get the two end of the bat? There's appeal from the slip cordon. Did we hear anything? Oh, perilously close to that periscope.
Still kind of searching, Gwenamapaga, for what the right line is. Tried round the wicket, essentially just looking for some sort of control, and his first three and sort of in an area, and if he can just settle, think back to being on debut, and yeah, things to sort out mentally. First of all, you want a really good start. You just want to settle the nerves, really. And only once that's done, and sometimes, and I guess it doesn't quite happen, there'll be a whole session can go by where you're still walking on air and trying to settle, trying to take it all in. You might feel you're not quite in control of your body. Nicely nudged. You're back for a couple. A wicket would help greatly.
Yeah, young men on debut, you'd have nerves, energy to burn. But I expect a guy like KG Rabada to move himself to mid-off and just calm his nerves a little bit. You can see all he's focusing on is try and get the ball through to the wicket-keeper. Like I say, this first spell is always going to be a testing one.
There you go, that's a better length. 45 for 3.
कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
हमदर्द जोशानदा का 1 पैकेट बॉईल करें, दिन में 2 बार पिएं और खांसी और नेज़ल कंजेशन को जड़ से खत्म करें। नो केमिकल्स, नो साइड इफेक्ट्स। आप भी अपनी सेहत को नेचुरली ठीक रखें विद हमदर्द जोशानदा।
जैज़ के पास हर नीड का हल है, बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
And just 18. That's all. Fielded.
Should Babar Azam have the guard or the stance like Bavuma? Bavuma stands on that middle and off stump line so that he can work the ball away towards mid-wicket and square leg. He looks so much assured when he's flicking the ball, Babar, compared to when he's driving. He's on that middle and off. So that becomes an easier option for him. But the moment the ball moves away outside that off stump, he looks to be in a little bit of a problematic area.
It's also we up against. I think for Mulder, he can perhaps get onto an off-stump guard that you're talking about, Ramis. But for a guy like KG Rabada, perhaps want to get away from the stumps, because I do feel with KG's pace, zip off the surface. He has the ability to trap you in front. Just angling at that down the leg side, but much easier pace to play against in front of your stumps, Vian Mulder.
On bouncy surfaces, you're safe also regarding leg before wicket. So even if you shuffle across, cover the set of stumps, and it hits you on the pad, you probably get the benefit.
Yeah, I just think the key is, even though you're moving on to off stump, is not to try and play too square on the leg side. So it's almost to try and on-drive the ball to mid-wicket region, rather than the square leg region, because that's where you can perhaps miss it. Not playing with a full blade.
I think we should reverse the roles. Bowlers can be such good coaches of batsmen, and batsmen can be a good sort of bouncing board for the bowlers.
Yeah, I think that's where most of the learning takes place. When you're in the net, up against some of the finest players, you're bowling against them. What's a good length? What's a difficult length to negotiate? That's where the chat should really start, especially when you visit foreign countries. Conditions change, and you want to try and get into a line in length that's going to make you effective as quickly as possible. Talk about adapting to conditions, and that's where the biggest learning do take place.
Oftentimes for kind of working the opposite way is just one knowing what the other one's trying to do. So a batter standing there and saying, well, how are you trying to get me out? And being drawn outside off, or being dragged outside and across your stumps, and then the ball coming back at you. Plans like that, which some batters are not quite aware of. 46 for 3.
न्यू अल्फा ऐप से कहीं से भी बैंकिंग करें, क्योंकि बैंकिंग कहीं जाने का नहीं, अल्फा करने का नाम है। डाउनलोड द न्यू अल्फा ऐप।
6 for 42. Remembered like yesterday, Tom.
A bit expensive in that one.
And a bit fitter now.
Stay on, Rambo.
But you better, because you've been in a crash.
Same standard. Keshav Maharaj.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. Stuck with me.
Will it turn? Will it not? Do you play for turn? Do you not? He's going to be right on the stumps. It's a great start. Good loop on it. A bit of drift as well. Concentration necessary for both Babar and Rizwan.
Yeah, you do get a feeling with 15 minutes left in the day, this is going to be a massive task at hand.
He's had his issues against left-arm spinner Babar Azam. Remember, he didn't have a great time of it in Sri Lanka. But that was at Gaul, and Gaul can be a tough pitch for any batsman. But making sure that there is not pad before bat. So whilst you want to play bat pad and be tight regarding that line, I'm sure Maharaj will be looking for that angular ball that comes in and hits the pad first.
David, do something.
think it's so important when you do face Kesef Maharaj that you look to play him with the bat, like you rightfully mentioned, Ramis, because he's going to be bowling for those modes. RBW bowled, the one to go on with the arm. Those conditions that you've just mentioned, ball. Oh, I tell you what, get your laces out the way, son. I remember coming up against Herat. And they have this theatre around the bat. 4 or 5 of them, fielders.
All good, all good.
And every time you miss it, they start laughing.
That's a groot steen for the klein mannetjie. Oh, Kesha!
That's been going on for some time then in Sri Lanka. 47 for 3.
No laughing matter.
Expectant, hopeful. 3 wickets taken to this point. Been an entertaining day for this crowd. Lots of runs for South Africa. Just coming to the end of the day. Just over 10 minutes to go to finish off proceedings of day number 2. Big deficit for Pakistan. And whilst they'd have looked at South Africa piling on runs and felt they too could score runs here, the heaviness of legs and of mind, having toiled for so long, has meant that they've been disturbed in their top order. Nicely bowled. Bit of shape from Mulder.
That's the natural tendency for any subcontinent batsman, to break his rest and play towards mid-on and mid-wicket. That ball ideally should have been played with a straighter blade. There you see him looking to play that mid-on push rather than the mid-off drive. I think it's a good combination, spin from one end and pace from the other, because you have to adjust and consistently adjust.
Yeah, and as this test match goes along, it'll really be about the application of mind for Pakistan's batters, dealing with that pressure of the scoreboard. For South Africa, they'll remain patient. They'll try things, have the cushion of those runs, and just the mental upper hand. So different trying to stave off a team and attacking one, despite both being hard work. Nice shot. Really well played. In control and looks so elegant as he does that. 4 runs to bring up 50 for Pakistan.
It's important for Pakistan to understand they will have batting conditions eventually. So it's a matter of staying put and playing sensibly against the new ball, play out the day as safely as possible. And if Babar Azam is still out there for any length of time tomorrow, then he'll have a big 100. He's that kind of player who then milks the advantage of a true pitch.
Nice shot. Work leg side this time, an overcorrection. And easy pickings for Babar Azam. 2 in a row.
Yeah, this is the kind of shot that resonates with Babar Azam. When you get a touch too straight, he has that kind of shot in his armory. It's called the steering wheel. Beautiful balance, in full control. Really just using the pace on offer. Timing, placement to perfection.
Absolutely. When he's going, he's a pretty picture.
$55 for 3.
कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
हमदर्द जोशानदा का 1 पैकेट बॉईल करें, दिन में 2 बार पिएं और खांसी और नेज़ल कंजेशन को जड़ से खत्म करें। नो केमिकल्स, नो साइड इफेक्ट्स। आप भी अपनी सेहत को नेचुरली ठीक रखें विद हमदर्द जोशानदा।
जैज़ के पास हर नीड का हल है, बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।